welcome back to the second hour of LoveBabz, LoveTalk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Harry Drost is running the world. And I got my friend Shelly in the space. She is the Executive Director of Arts and Ideas. This is year 2 for you?
Yes, year 2, if you can believe it. Happy belated birthday to you, Babz, by the way.
Thank you very much, my dear.
Yes.
Thank you very much, very much. So was it your intent? Is it your intention to make this International Festival of Arts and Ideas dizzying?
Yes,
I was
that's the world I live in.
Girl, I went to the kickoff because, you know, when you came last year, we knew you inherited some things, so you had to move forward. Like all the other leaders of the arts organizations, when they come, you inherited already things in place for the festival. So you did what you did. You did what you could with that. It was amazing, amazing. But this year, I went to the kickoff, and first of all, the kickoff was its own damn good party.
Yes, I'm all about the party.
City. Yeah, no, but that was a good party. That was a good party, Shelly. That was the best party of the city. Yes.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Best party of the city so far.
Okay.
Now, come to the Long Wharf Theater party. That might be a better party, but right now you hold the title. So when you think about this festival from last year and you plan for this year, what did you want?
Yeah, yes. Wow, what a big question and an important question. Last year we really focused on the green because we knew we could invite people to come out to that space without worrying too much about COVID, even though we had some restrictions. And all the neighborhood festivals were online. So, you know, you could experience it, but you couldn't be in the community, in the cities with folks. You couldn't be in venues. So this year we said, you know, we need to just activate spaces, that we need to activate not just the green, yes, the green to its fullness, right? Like 2 weeks of parties, speaking of parties, on the green. And also let's party in the new Q House and with Stetson Library and on Dixwell. And let's party at West Rock with the Shack that's opening. And let's party at the Hill and Newhallville and Fairhaven and over in, you know, West Haven and all these different venues, the Schubert and with Long Wharf on the green. And so it really was about activating not just what the festival is mostly known for, which is the green, I think, but these other spaces and places that are just jewels in our community. So that was the vision.
I like the vision, and the theme is connect. And I think you got a little bit of reverb in your mic, or you might have 2 things on at the same time. I'm not sure.
So
you might, because I can hear like a little bit of an echo, but all right.
It might be the space I'm in. Let me see if I open a door, if that helps.
Oh, good. So the theme is connect, and I thought the creatives last year, the materials were wildly stunning, but this year you just outdone it. And the little book and all the things, I was like, this is perfect. Yes, mine is on my desk in my office at the inner city because I've been flipping through trying to figure out, okay, what can I be my own record about all the things I could get to.
I actually said to another friend yesterday, if there's somebody that comes to everything, and I'll say it to you, Babz, and on this show, if someone makes it to all the things, I will take them out to dinner because I want to hear how it went. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything.
I'm going to try.
Yeah, I'll be with you.
I'm going to try. I am going to try. Okay, so when y'all talk about theme, how does it work? When did you start thinking about, because connect, tell me what connect means and tell me why this was the theme this year.
Yeah, so it's really, how's my mic? Is it better?
I think it's better, yes.
Okay, I think it was the space. We're really thinking about this in cycles of 3 right now. 3 is a kind of a fun way to plan. And so if you think about year 1 was imagine, when Malachi and I first came, right? And a lot of the new team members. Year 1 is about imagining and using a time when we were kind of socially isolated to expand our minds and to think about what's a new possibility? What else can we do? And then now that we have, built that foundation, year 2 is about building on Imagine with Connect. So in a time when many of us are coming out of social isolation, not all of us, some of us have been out here connecting socially throughout the pandemic, as you know. But for many folks, right? For many folks, it's a time of reconnecting, with things they used to love to do and just haven't done for the last 2 years. I mean, even the festival hasn't been presenting shows inside of venues for 2 years now. So we're reconnecting, we're connecting back with those things we love, and also connecting, I think, with a vision of what's that imagination of what's possible, you know, through each other, through community. The arts are a communal, for me, the arts have always been a communal experience. It's about sharing experiences with each other. And I don't know if you know this, Babz, but there's a study that in theaters, when you're all together in a theater, they've studied like heartbeats. People's heartbeats start syncing up when they're isn't that cool? Experiencing the same thing in a theater together. And so like there's a physiological connection. It's not just a spiritual and an experiential, but there's a physiological connection that we create amongst each other when we go see great art together. So that's really what the theme means to me.
I love it. I mean, you've got, it's, you know, if I was impressed last year, I'm off the chains this year because it's so much stuff. Like, and a lot of it is so free. So free.
Yes. That's really that's been the festival's legacy. I stepped into that legacy of majority free programming, and it speaks to me because I'm all about access. And 85% of the programming is free. Everything on the green is free. A lot of the tours are free, not all of them, because some of our partners have real costs they have to cover. All the ideas talks are free, and they're going to be at Yale Rep this year. So you can just,
just walk in.
Just walk into Yale Rep. If you've never been to Yale Rep, now's your chance. Come to Yale Rep, experience it, listen to Dolores Huerta on stage speaking in Spanish.
Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, how the hell they get that? Like, how do they do that? Like, I'm such a huge fan, right? Like, if you know anything about protest and justice and she is at the top of that pinnacle. So
she is an OG. She is an OG in the best sense of the word. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
She's incredible. But we also have Terry Bryant. He's a really well-known vegan
soul chef. I have all his cookbooks.
So he'll oh good. Well, you can see him too. You can see him at Yale Rep for free.
I might bring my cookbooks just so I got one signed by him. I got a couple of other. I might just bring them so you can sign them.
Yeah. Yes, bring them. This is the moment. I mean, this is what connection is all about. And we're also trying some things out new. Like we have comedy this year. We're like, let's do a comedy show.
I love this sister that you are bringing. She's a Latina, isn't she?
She is mixed racial heritage. She's Caribbean for sure. I don't know if she has Latina. I think she has some Latina, and I think she also has some Haitian.
Okay.
Heritage.
I love her. I've seen her do some of her act, and oh my Lord, she is hilarious.
Michelle Buteau. Yeah, she's Jersey born and bred, and she's been killing it all over the East Coast and nationally. She's been in movies too. She was in a movie with Jennifer Lopez, and she's done some other films. So she's at College Street. She's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm looking forward to that one too, because I like her. I like smart women. I like smart, funny women. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
smart, funny women. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Well, I see where I'm going to run into you.
Everywhere, Babz. We could both have punch cards, and then we'll see who gets the most punches.
I think we should create that because let me tell people why. When I'm out, I see Shelly. When I'm out, I see Shelly. I see her. If I don't see you, I see Anthony McDonald. Y'all two, we are neck and neck with the stuff that we show up for. Although I think you got me beat because I see you ride up to Hartford on a night when I'm like, should I or shouldn't I? And then I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I'm not. And you have young kids. I don't have young kids anymore.
I do.
And you still get, I saw you in New York. I saw you in Boston.
Yeah, Cuba. I went to Cuba in January.
Yeah, I went to Cuba. Girl, what are you doing? I love it. I love it.
Thank you. I don't know how to do this work without being embedded in community. It's the only way. And, I love showing up. And I want to show up because I want to see what's resonating. What are people interested in? Who's this community? Who's coming out? And I also want to support my friends like Lisa Dent, or I want to support Lisa. I want to support Anthony. I want to support Jacob. And
that's how I feel too.
Right?
We're kindred in that way. We're very kindred in that way. And it has earned you goodwill because people see you. People really see you and they're like, that woman from the Arts and Ideas, Shelly. and they know that you'll come. And so
I will, yeah.
they feel like, okay, she cares about this, she comes. And
Yeah.
that earns you a lot of goodwill in
Thank
this
you.
community.
Thank you. It's about showing up. I mean, so much of it is about showing up. And I'm grateful that I'm in a community that where you can see each other. You know, I mean, if you were in, I know there's scenes in New York, like you could be seen or see each other in New York, but in New Haven, it's like your neighbors, right, are rocking
Yes.
at Art Space. I love that. Your neighbors are at the Schubert and out on the green and going to spaces, and that's really neat. I love that.
I love it too. I love it too. So, and the other thing that you have done, you have centered voices that aren't always centered in places. I saw the drag show last year. It blew me away. I love the hair show too. That because I grew up, I went to college in the South, so hair shows are a big deal.
Yeah.
They're not a big deal in the Northeast in the way that they are in the South. So people didn't know what to expect.
They didn't. They were like, what is this going to be about? I know.
They're like, woo.
Tell you, Babz. So I didn't know the culture of hair shows when we decided to do that. That's because one of the things I like to do is say, what don't I know? What can I learn that is not part of my lived experience, but that connects to people, and use the word connect again, connects to folks in community. And Malachi Eason, the director of program, really came up with that and said, I grew up with hair shows. I was a hairstylist. This is an important art form. And so we said, yes, let's not just do it, let's center it. And I think that's an intentional choice, right? Let's not just do a drag show. Let's put it on the green on closing night.
Yeah.
Because it's important. And it's as valid as an art form, and it's as valid of an expressive medium as Dallas Black Dance Theater and the Scottish Theater and vocalists like Carolyn Blackwell and Brian Stokes Mitchell. That one is not more important than the other. They're just different.
Yes. And people buzzed about it long after the fact. That they, people were like, I've seen it on TV, but I've never seen it in person. You know what I mean? Like I've seen it on TV. I've never seen it up close and personal, and I love it. You know, and it took some of the fear out of whatever people thought it was.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's
totally.
Great.
And so my hope too is that we're having a drag show again this year. That's the closing night with New Haven Pride Center, who, by the way, knows how to do drag better than any Pride Center I've seen in the country.
That doggone Patrick Dunn over there. I told him, I said, I need to get dragged. I need to go and sit and let these women drag me up and down so I can't wear them shoes, but I can.
Are you going to be
hair and makeup?
Star? You should be a guest star. Yes. I love this idea so much. But yeah, I mean, what my hope is, and what we try to do is link that in then to the culture and the people that are doing it year round in a way that's supportive of them, right? Arts and Ideas might do it once a year, but there are drag artists that are in our community all year long doing shows. So hopefully someone comes to that, comes to the green and says, oh, this is something cool. I'm into that. And then they get connected to the work that Patrick and friends and his many friends are doing, and support them and build audiences for them. That's what I think the festival can do. The festival can't and shouldn't be everything all the time, but it can use its platform and its stage to highlight voices, like you said, and then connect folks to those voices and support them throughout the year and moving forward.
I tell you what else I'm looking forward to, which I never thought I was going to see again. Parable of the Sower, the opera.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and it's my favorite book.
When did you see it?
I saw it at Fairfield at the Quick Center.
Okay, yeah.
Ago. And it was one of the it stayed with me so much so that I started trying to figure out where else I could see it. And then it had went to Tokyo or somewhere and stayed there for forever. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get to see this thing again. I wanted to see it again and I could never catch it. So when it came around to New Haven, Shaw told me about it, Charmaine.
Yes, Charmaine, yes.
My heart stopped. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you pranking me? What is happening here? I'm so excited.
I am too. The work of Toshi Regan and how it connects to the work of Adrienne Marie Brown and how it connects to the work of Octavia Butler, clearly has roots in this community. There's a love for those women and
Yes.
their voices in New Haven. And so when it was actually Jennifer Newman, wrote me and said, what do you think about putting this in the festival? Like, we're going to do this work with Toshi Regan. And what if we brought this opera together? It was an easy yes, because after just a year, I saw what these authors meant, what these women voices meant to New Haven. And so thanks to the Schwartzman, actually, for bringing that forward. And it's only through partnership with them that we're able to do it, because it's not an inexpensive show to mount.
No, it isn't. It's a big production,
right?
and high five to the Schwartz. Listen, that Schwartzman is trying to be part of this community in a real way.
Yes.
And no shade to them, but
no,
I mean,
I get it.
Up until this recently, I didn't even know I could go there. So I didn't think I could participate in anything there. So the fact that I've already been over there twice in this last, and that they are centering these kinds of things.
The cabaret, isn't it beautiful in the basement? I love that.
That place is a speakeasy, swanky space. Yeah. And I'm already in my mind like, how do I get to hold something over there? And they let me.
Jennifer, that's your cue. Did you hear Babz? She wants to have an event. I would show up for sure.
Some kind of jazzy, speakeasy kind of vibe, spoken word, 60s, kind of 70s thing. Because that place is just magic. Like,
it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And we need to be there. Like, that's our space, right? I don't work for Yale. I didn't go to Yale, but I live here, right? I live here, and I'm going to show up at that cabaret. I think too. No, I'm excited about Parable. The Parable will be at the Schubert, actually, in the spirit of moving all over the city, not because, because it's the right space for the show.
Yeah, because it's a big show. I mean, big in terms of it's got a lot of moving parts.
Totally. And Eric Tang? Is that a name you know from having worked at the Longworth?
No.
Okay. He was I think associate producer, director. He worked at the Longworth Theater for a long time. He's beloved in this community. He's actually directing a piece at Yale Rep right now that's going to show in early June. He was one of the original directors of this show, of Parable of the Sword. He co-directed it with Signe Heraday.
Look at the connection there. Like, it has to be in New Haven.
Yes. So people who love Eric Tang, his hand is on the piece that you will see. His hand is on Parable of the Sower. But he's reverent to Toshi Regan. He said Toshi Regan and Bernice Johnson Regan are the creators.
Well, and they call Honey in the Rock is
right.
That's. I mean, listen, you don't get any more royal than that, right?
That's right.
You don't. So I love I always love the ideas part. I love the big thinking, because I'm one of these people. I like a deep dive every now and again into matters that get me to go, I love contemplation and discernment. So you've got the Connecticut Humanities piece. You got History of Graffiti, which I love. You've got,
isn't that great?
I'm doing one too. Women Navigating the New Normal, Exploring Prison Reentry. I was like, okay, I'm doing that.
Yes, you are. We need your voice.
I love love and social communities of care, love and social justice, unresolved talk. You've got the New Haven Pride Center Day of Action, the Passage, a research podcast project on identity, dreams, age, and race. Man, that is a lot right there.
Yeah. You know what's interesting, though? It's the stuff that we're already all talking about all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's coming in a blip, on a tweet, in a Facebook post, right?
Yeah.
And so this is a chance to really sit down for an hour and really think about it and really hear from people who are thinking about this kind of stuff. I'm with you. I love a deep dive in discernment. And I believe that every single topic in the idea series are topics that are already in conversation in New Haven.
I think you're right. Because you know what, the pursuit of happiness, this professor, the Yale professor, the psychologist who created the Happiness Lab. And I took her little course.
Yeah.
I don't mean little course like I'm being.
I feel you. No, it's all good.
I took her course with a friend of mine. We took it. A bunch of us took it. And I was already on this path, so it was old hat for me. But for them, they were excited by it. Like, they were like, "Oh, you mean I could choose happiness? I could do this."
Right. I don't have to be grumpy. It is a choice, right? It's a choice like that we make. I know.
So the fact that you're centering her is amazing. Like I just think and it's probably one of from what I understand, it's one of the most downloaded podcasts in the Yale archive thing.
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's famous, which, makes you think, like, what is it about academic life, about, higher academics and about our world that people are like, why am I not happy? And how do I get happy? Like, that's an interesting, right? That's the thing that most people need.
Right.
So thank you, Lori, for reminding us that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So you got serious stuff, the power of climate change, and of course, the Latinx activism of Miss Dolores Huerta. That's gonna be incredible. I just want to sit and hear her just talk about whatever the hell she wants to talk about. And she can sit up there and talk about how to make empanadas. I don't care, because I just think she earned the right to say whatever and do whatever she wants.
And she's 91. She's 91 years old. Just living history, right? She's in it.
Yes.
So another one I'm really two I'm excited. Well, I'm excited about all of them, Babz, you know me. But so I came to New Haven from the Twin Cities, and I was able to tap into some relationships I had there to fill out some of this series. And one of them is Andrea Jenkins. Andrea Jenkins is the first Black trans woman elected to public office. And she is the chair of the Minneapolis City Council and was the representative of the district where George Floyd was murdered, and served that district during both the murder and the years following. And so she has been through it, and is also an artist, is a writer and a spoken word poet and a producer. And so she's going to come and talk to us about love. Can you imagine, like, the amount of probably hate she's received?
Oh my God. On so many fronts, I don't even have to imagine. I can pretty much put a finger on it.
Yeah. So she'll be here. And then another set of friends that I think you're really going to like is the Funny Asian Women's Collective.
Oh, yes.
Their acronym is FAWK.
Yes.
FAWK. Right? They are so smart and so funny, and they directly confront stereotypes through humor. So, like, they're both this fetishization of Asian women that is in our culture, about being sexual workers and objectifying Asian and American women. They just counter it by, talking dirty and, speaking their minds, and they just own it. They're so awesome. So I think you're really gonna like that one.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And so you've got Juneteenth activities, and you've got and there's a lot of Juneteenth stuff going on, which is really, really nice. It started out as like a small little thing, and now there's all these components to it, which I love. And now people have real choices about how they spend their Juneteenth celebration, where none existed. So I'm grateful for that. I think that's very cool.
Amen. I agree.
I think that's very cool.
That's been a great partnership with Hanan Hameen and her mother Iman, and she's going to have a night on the stage on the green that she programs, plus the Juneteenth Village. And then, as you said, like, there are celebrations all over the city. Like the festival celebrates it, and then also Sandra's is doing something, and like, why not? We can.
And the Black Infantry Regiment are doing something. They've been doing something for the last several years, and I'm going to be at their celebration. What they do over there in the Dixwell Park. It's always such a good time. So
I think it's great. Like, there's no need for us to feel protective about that celebration should be everywhere.
Yes.
It's important.
I think you're right. And I see the neighborhood festivals are coming back.
Yes. We're starting on the 14th, right? Yes, the 14th with Fairhaven. Fairhaven is back.
I've not made it to I only made it to one neighborhood festival, and I'm going to try to, I'm going to put on my punch card. I'm going to try to get to all of them.
You'll see me at all of those. I'll be.
That's what I know. I'm going to be neck and neck with you. I'm like, okay. okay, Shelly's gonna be my touchstone. Like I'm not competitive, but I'm a little competitive.
I like
So
it.
I'm like,
I
I'm
like
gonna go. I mean, you have to go to this stuff. I know, but I want to go. So I was
I
like, I'm gonna
love
try to
it.
keep up. So, and I'm from the hill, right? So I'm from the hill. So I'm gonna be in the
Yeah.
hill. I live in
Yeah.
New Hallville, so I'm gonna be in New Hallville.
Gotta be in New Hallville.
Dixwell. I went to the Dixwell once. So definitely. So I'm gonna try to get to them all.
Yeah. That's great. It matters as we come back. I think that matters so much that
Yes.
we support our arts and cultural organizations, yes, but also we support the brilliance and celebrate the brilliance in our neighborhoods. It's just
Yes. Yes.
it's a privilege to be able to do this work, I think.
And I think each neighborhood has its own vibe and its own flavor, right?
Absolutely.
So I like that. I like that very much.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad that that's still a staple. And you can't forget the food. Now, is food kind of new or?
Food is not new. What's new is that we're talking about everything. That's why this book, you're like, what the heck did you guys do? We've actually the festival has had a breadth of programming, not quite this big, but pretty close in the past, but we've never put it all out like this so far in advance.
Okay.
And so that's what's new. But yeah, the food, Denise Santesteban curates the food. She does a great job. She's created all these experiences and partnerships with restaurants. The restaurant scene in New Haven is unmatched. I've never seen anything like it.
Crazy. I love it though.
I know. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna try to get to the long table. I want to go to the long table. I just love this concept so much, Shelly. Yeah. Try to come to the long table because I just
get that one is selling fast. It's on sale.
All right, somebody hold me a ticket. I get it.
We got you. We got you.
Don't sell a ticket.
And then you are judging something really cool.
I am. I'm so excited. Oh my God. With and I'm doing it with Alicia from Bloom, right? Because she's perfect. Well, she's helping curate, I think. I'm judging, but I'm excited. So that's the gospel.
The gospel brunch.
Yes, yes.
And there's
a brunch. Oh, it's a picnic. I'm judging, right?
I'm sorry, gospel picnic. You got it.
Child, yeah. You know what? These folks are gonna be out there like a family reunion.
But this is the chance for people to design their own picnic setup and like show up. Speaking of being competitive, right? Here's your moment, New Haven. Like show us what you got.
And I know people who would be very good at this.
Good. I hope they bring it.
I hope they bring it too, because I think people would really enjoy. I know I will enjoy it. So I know how people can go out their bag and do all the things. So I can't wait to sort of and this is what I noticed too about the festival, Shelly, that is not you're not containing it just to June. Like it has started.
Yes. I mean this is a year-round organization. And
that's what it feels like. It feels like that.
Mm-hmm. It's a year-round organization, and the festival has been moving in this direction for years. And I guess when I started, I was like, we're just going to own this. Like we are a year-round organization. We're already a year-round organization. So they're One City, One Read is the work that Shaw is doing and curating with a group of folks. So we have events. We actually have a film screening tomorrow. There it is.
Yes, Zazura. Yeah. I don't know. What is this film about? I would like to go see that, I think.
Yes, you should absolutely come and see it. That's tonight. Today's Friday.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
No. This is tonight. This is happening tonight. I need to get reconnected with Zazura. But yeah, you should definitely come and see this. It's a cinematic gem from Niger. It's an ethnographic acid Western. So, I mean, speaking of moving outside of stereotypes, would you expect that to come from Niger? I wouldn't.
No.
It's a genre-defying film, a modern folk tale with elements of ethnofiction. So it's really connecting into that parable of the sower, futurism, imagination theme, and coming from a Black filmmaker from Niger who's dreaming into the future. And so often in performing arts center spaces, we don't celebrate that enough.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because Black to the future, because we're going to be in the future.
Amen. It's going to be the future.
It's the future, and we're gonna be in it. So yeah. I love that it is. And I really just noticed that this festival is becoming this own year-round kind of thing, which I like, because I think I mentioned it to Malachi. I was like, y'all a little early this year, aren't you? It's like, oh no, we do what we do year-round. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, everyone I spoke with said, when they say, I ask them what they want about the festival, they never say less. They never say, do less things. That would be, it's always about, let's do more, but let's do more, not just bringing in more, but celebrating what's here, right?
Yeah.
Like celebrate the jewels of New Haven, and bring things that New Haveners want to see and folks in Connecticut want. Like, both of those things have to happen. And so there's a way to do that. That's what I used to do at the Ordway when I worked there, is we were year round. And this festival has been, like I said, has been year round. I don't think it's been owning itself as a year round organization.
Well, I will say this: over the last few years, when Tom and Liz were, and when they were running it, and when they started running it, this festival started centering itself in New Haven in a way that it wasn't before. And no shade to the festival. I thought the festival was dynamic and exciting, but it was always a festival that could have happened anywhere. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it just happened to be in New Haven. But now the festival uniquely feels like it is in New Haven, and it's about New Haven, and it is international, but New Haven is not an afterthought or a backdrop, that it is fully integrated and centered in this festival. And that makes people in New Haven feel like this festival belongs to us. And people who come in feel like, I love what New Haven is doing. I love this festival in New Haven.
Yes. Only in New Haven. I think I said that last year, was hashtag only in New Haven. That's how it should feel. It shouldn't feel like it could happen anywhere, because there's a reason that it's here, right? And so it's part of the fabric. I love it. And New Haven's a global city.
I think so.
We're global. I'm saying we, because I live here now. I'm a New Havener. I'm in it.
Yes, you're a homeowner. You put down roots.
We are a global city, and so we're part of the conversation. We're not the whole part of the conversation, but we're certainly a part of the conversation when we talk about being international.
So tell me about, what's the best part of your job? What do you like best about this?
I love this. I love connecting. I mean, you've seen it on Facebook, I think. I love connecting with community. It's
do.
My favorite. I love people, and I love experiencing things together. And so like now, all of these 200 plus events is my favorite. I'm going to get tired. I'm not saying like I'm a superwoman. I'm going to have to drink my coffee. I'll get tired. But I just, seeing people come together and being a part of that, and love, and having a joyous experience, and being, challenged, and creating new relationships. That's what I love. So I can't wait. I'm in it. I'm going to be at the film screening tonight. You will see me there. Even if it rains, I'm going with my poncho.
And where's it? Where's it tonight? Where is it?
It's right outside the Q House.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right outside the Q House.
Okay. So that's in my neighborhood. All right.
Yeah, it is. It's right in your neighborhood.
I'm going to make my tracks there then. That's my idea. I like that.
Yes.
I'm going to be right there with you with a raincoat and an umbrella. There we go.
See? Yeah, we're there. We're down.
And I'll bring a chair. Yeah. I mean, they'll have chairs, or I need to bring a chair. What do I need to do? Bring a chair?
Bring a chair.
All right.
I think there'll be chairs, but if you got one, bring it.
I got one. Bring my own chair. I can sit comfortably. Shelly, it's been a pleasure. I'm so happy that you're here. I love this festival so much. I love what you're doing. I love your team. Everybody in your team is amazing. Like, you, more than anybody in this town, has the best team.
I agree.
You do. You really have the best team. I mean, I have the best team at the Arts Council and the Long Wharf Theater, but Common Ground and Planned Parenthood. But yeah.
We're all good.
Yeah, but you have a great team, and I see them everywhere, and they work so hard, and they care so much about the quality of the experiences for people. And that, you can hire all kinds of people, but people who have that with them makes the experience so amazing.
Thank you for saying
Kind
that.
and generous. kind and generous, your team. So,
Oh,
yeah, I
Thank
can't
you.
wait. We done
Yeah.
kicked it off and let the festival begin.
All right. I'll see you every day for the next 2 months, Babz.
All right, girl. So we got to make our little punch card. I'm gonna take my little book. I'm gonna mark up my book. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
put little things. I was like, okay, I went to this. I went to
Yes.
this.
Yes.
So we'll compare notes at the end and see how many things we can.
I love it. I love it. I'm there. All right. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so
Babz.
much.
Thank-
I will see you soon. I'll see you in these streets.
Yes, you will. All right. Take care.
All right. Thank you, Shelly.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, Harry. It's Friday. I'm on my way out. It's been great. I talked to Karima Meekins about the festival that's going to be happening in Hamden, and now the Arts and Ideas Festival, which has a film start off tonight. So I'm gonna get myself ready and go to that this evening. Rain or shine, people, rain or shine. All right. I will see y'all. I'm not here next week. I'm going to be at a storytelling retreat. So Paul, Bass, and Harry will be holding it down. God knows what they're going to get into. God knows what is going to happen, but it'll be good. So tune in, support them, have their backs, and make sure they play nice in the sandbox, please. I'll be back.
Have fun, Babz.
Thank you, Harry. I'll see you soon.
All right.